Popular Show in U.S. is now trying to convince kids to go to Syria, boycott the Sation now. Muslims understand fully that in order to take down America, they must first infiltrate every facet of our society. They've worked diligently hard over the past couple of decades to implant themselves in our government, our schools, and law enforcement agencies, while using the tactic of political correctness to bully and inflict their will upon Americans. Now Muslims are actively indoctrinating our children, as they're now working with rabid liberals to take over a popular television show for children. Now that we know Muslims are going after the next generation, we must do everything we can to sound the alarm bells about the sick thing they're pushing onto our kids, as the battle for the heart and minds of our children will no doubt be the battle that we'll continue to fight. For reasons that defy all human logic, liberals continue to have an ongoing love affair with Muslim terrorists. Just watch liberals' reaction whenever a Muslim goes on a killing spree in the name of Islam. Part of the left's rhetoric is to claim that not all Muslims are terrorists, with their latest fight being to bring as many Muslim refugees to America as possible, with the usual clowns like CNN constantly at the helm blasting President Trump's ban as being racist. Unvetted fighting-age male migrants have been swarming to America by the droves in recent months, 4,000 refugees just in May alone, while liberals continue to try and push the asinine claim that these migrants are just women and children who are seeking shelter from their war-ravaged countries. So when CNN had the chance to team up with the liberal producers of Sesame Street to push their disgusting propaganda about refugees onto the brainless masses of Americans, they seized their opportunity. On Monday, CNN ran a story featuring Elmo from Sesame Street. Apparently their viewers are so freaking dumb they need to be entertained with puppets now, where the furry red puppet talked about his recent visit to a refugee camp in Syria, where he concluded that refugee kids are just like us. They like to play and learn just like Elmo and all his friends at Sesame Street, Elmo said during an interview broadcast on CNN via Facebook Live. Elmo thinks it's important to know that everybody is the same deep down, and that's very important. It was really sad because Elmo's new friends told Elmo that they had to leave their homes because it wasn't safe for them to stay, he continued. And that made Elmo really sad and sometimes a bit scared. Elmo sat on a panel with International Rescue Committee, IRC, Chairman David Miliband, along with Sesame Street's workshop executive President Sherry Weston for the propaganda-filled CNN segment. Sesame has had a long history at looking at issues from a child's perspective, and given the staggering number of children who are displaced today, we knew this was an area where we really had to try to do something to help, and we knew we couldn't do it alone, Weston told the panel. CNN is absolutely shameless in their pursuits to propagandize the American people. This bizarre story comes in the midst of investigative journalist James O'Keefe's Project Veritas's latest video, where they busted CNN's senior producer who admitted that the network's relentless bashing of Trump over his collusion with Russia was mostly bullshit.